Hello everyone. So this lesson's on multi-step inequalities. This is on page 13 of your notebook. We are going to get right into it. So we solve these exactly like we solve multi-step equations. We do the please don't call me after midnight, and I always like to put that this means move your variable, so you know that. And then remember, the golden rule is when on inequalities, when you multiply or divide by a negative, flip the symbol. Okay, so first one, we're going to do 3 is less than, another thing I want to add, make sure to write your x in front. It just makes things easier. So, okay, 3 is less than negative 5n plus 2n. So we're going to go through our steps. There's no parentheses. We don't distribute. We can combine like terms. So negative 5n plus 2n gives us negative 3n. We don't have to move a variable. We don't have to add or subtract. So now we multiply or divide. We're going to divide by a negative number. So when we do that, we flip the symbol. So we have negative 1 is greater than n. Now, I want you to make sure to write x or your variable out in front. So we're going to have to flip the sign again to do that. So n is less than negative 1. Now here is how we would graph that. Here's negative 1. It's going to be an open circle since there's no equal to symbol. And the arrow is pointing left. So that's which way we shade. Now you can only do that if the variable is out in front. Okay, another one. We have negative 3 minus 6 in parentheses 4x plus 6 is greater than negative 111. So we're going to go through our steps. There's parentheses, so we have to distribute. So we have negative 3, then negative 6 times 4x is negative 24x. Negative 6 times positive 6 is negative 36. That's greater than negative 111. Then we combine our like terms, negative 3 and negative 36 is greater than negative 111. Now we don't have to move a variable because there's not one on both sides, but we're going to have to add 39 to both sides. So that's going to give us negative 72. Now finally we have to multiply or divide. So we're going to divide. Now we're dividing by a negative number again. So we flip the symbol. And then negative 72 divided by negative 24 is positive 3. So that's your final solution. So here's how we graph it. Here's 3. We're going to have an open circle since there's no equal to symbol. And the arrow is pointing left. Since it's less than, it's going to be to the left. All right, one more. So one more example is, and try to find a tough one. Okay. We have negative 8x plus 2x minus 16 is less than negative 5x plus 7x. So we have no parentheses, so we don't distribute. We can combine like terms. So we're going to combine this and this. We get negative 6x minus 16 is less than. And then we have these two. Negative 5x plus 7x, which is 2x. Now we're going to have to move a variable since there's a variable on both sides. Always pick the smaller one and do the opposite of whatever the sign is. So if it's negative, you add it. If it's positive, you subtract it. We have negative 16 is less than 8x. Now we don't have to add or subtract, but we do have to multiply or divide. We're dividing by a positive number, so we don't have to flip the symbol. However, I do want us to rewrite this where x is out in front. So x, we do flip the symbol for that. X is greater than or equal to greater than -2. We keep an open circle again at -2, but now we shade to the right. Since the arrow is pointing to the right, we shade this way, and that's our answer. Hope this helps.